Hello and welcome back, everybody. Brand new episode. We are here in the world and it's time to work on the extreme reactor because our power situation is not improving in the slightest. I've kind of left it going. For our mediocre stuff, it works great. For everything but the excavator, basically. All of this is working fantastic. Fully powered, producing out the resources. I think we're still smelting up a little bit here. Yeah. More gold. Beautiful. All of this, it's doing just fine with. We're getting the plant oil. We're getting all the things. And the generator's working to keep these full. But if I switch on that excavator, it's just downhill from there. Now, it's not the worst idea to just come over, flip it for a little bit, and then maybe power it off and all that kind of stuff. But it's really detrimental to run out of power. Oh, Crusher disappears. Whoop, 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 whoop. But it's really detrimental for like full-on automation, which is something that we're trying to get to. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to work on the extreme reactor this episode and at least get one of them made up. Now, it's not going to be large or anything like that, but the whole goal of it is it's going to automatically run the excavator over here, and that's all it's going to do. Now, even the extreme reactor is not going to run the excavator at full force, but it's something that we can pull off and run a dedicated power system for and leave it at that. Now, I mean, we could do other things. We could go lava. We could go other immersive engineering stuff, but at the moment, I feel like we're kind of done with the immersive engineering structures and blocks. I still want to use the conveyor belts for the factory look and all that kind of stuff, but I think we're kind of sort of done for the most part with the actual fundamentals of immersive engineering. So we're going to leave that for a little bit and jump into extreme reactors here. Okay, extreme reactors. Exact copy of big reactors. Everything is still in the legacy mode. They do plan on updating some of this stuff as we carry on, but for right now they do not have it updated. All right, it is still just the same old. All right, so we're going to need to burn down some charcoal or coal. So I guess that's our first step, right? I don't have any of that, so let's get some of that up and running here. We'll just whoa, I hit an invisible something or other. Okay, good. Bounce over. Excellent. Nailed it. All right. So I'm going to get some of this going over here in our beautiful little setup with goodies. We also have this lead. I'm going to take that. No, I'm going to leave that. I need to come up with a system over here, and maybe we start into a storage system of some kind. I don't know if that's going to be the case. I think I'm going to do like an ender chest and move it to where our storage is actually going to be, because this is the factory, this is the processing area, and then we need to get the raw goods out. So what I'm thinking is conveyor belt onto our minecart system and back over to our house somehow over there. So that's kind of the plan there. I need to fix my potatoes and pumpkins. We're still not getting nearly enough. Barely any. As you can see, there's a couple that dribble in every minecart delivery, but it's just not enough to keep up. But anyways, we need to get this coal going. It's cooking pretty quickly. You know, you're getting one every 2-3 seconds. I'd say that's pretty average, pretty good overall. So we need some gold, we need some iron, we need some redstone to get the reactor casing core, which is fine. Let's do some of that. We have it, so let's do it. We're going to need lots of iron. I can't even remember how many of these I need. I need quite a few. So I'm actually going to just pull out a few stacks here, just to make sure we have enough of everything going forward. And then we basically, if I'm not mistaken, we smelt the charcoal. Yeah, so we'll just take this charcoal out of here and put it right back in there once it's done. Alright, so we're back here, and it's time to get crafting. So, we're going to need some of these casing cores. That's the first step. Those casing cores are going to go in here, and then we're going to need the reactor casings. Now, I think I need a little bit more, like you see there. We'll maybe do, what, another 16? Would that be good? I think that'd be good. I don't know. I need, like, well, I need a decent amount still. But anyways, so these casing cores are, no, not going to get there. The casing cores are the casings are basically the outside perimeter of your setup, right? So, you know, it's one of those things pretty necessary overall. So I'm going to set this guy up pretty much right in the middle of the room. Again, I'm going to leave this middle section open right down here. We're going to have to move that potato at some point, but this is basically the middle here. Is it? Yeah, something like that anyways. We're going to have to tweak this a little bit, but this is the middle section, and I want it to stay open as much as possible. We might have to slide this in. This whole conveyor might go in, all that kind of stuff. So on this side, I want to start setting up the reactor itself. Now, I'm not sure where the middle of this truly is, but I'm going to set it up on this line, same as the diesel gen that we set up on that side. So we're going to go right here, I think. And the main thing that I'm going to do here is it's going to be a 3x3 reactor, which means that we're going to have a space of 3 in the middle. Yeah, that's because of that. We might lose that heater, or that might have to slide over as well, because that'll give us 1, 2, 3 wide. Okay, that's fine. Okay, so really it's a 5x5 base, and then it's going to be 3 on the internal setup. Okay, so this is my initial setup, and then I want to go 5 high. Do we want to do 5 high? Is it 5 high? Is that really what I want to do? I think so. So that's 5 fuel rods. Yeah. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Yikes. Okay. This is a little bit bigger than I thought. And the thing is this is not actually going to be that efficient of a design. It is going to make around 2200 or whatever. So it is going to make a decent amount, but we're still a long ways off from making a really, really good big reactor that can just power everything. Now, the other thing, too, is a lot of the big reactor stuff that you guys are used to is no longer going to be applicable because we're losing a lot of things like cooling things like the gelid cryothium and whatnot. Now, they're trying to replace them here, but these aren't actually implemented yet, so that's a thing as well. We're going to need more graphite, though. Much, much more graphite. Let's get another stack of wood and get that cooking up as well. Boom. I hit the invisible thing again. Whatever it is up there, there's something invisible. And it does not like my head. Alright. Good. Let's just get this smelting up and processing. And then let's finish building out this reactor. So this is the size that we're talking about. It's a pretty big reactor, all things considered, because that's going to give us the desired output. Now, the excavator uses 4096, so we're really not actually being overly efficient with it at all. So keep that in mind as well. We actually need more power than this just to get it operating. All right. On the top here, we can start filling in, actually, all the way around. Again, we're going to need more, like we assumed. Yeah, so that's a good start. I'm going to wait for this graphite because we're actually needing more graphite. So we're going to wait for this, and I'll be back, and we'll finish up this reactor building, and I'll also queue up the recipes for the controller, the power tap, which also has Tesla power, which is good. A little bit different. All of the access ports and whatnot. I'll get all this stuff ready to go. And, yeah, we'll get her going. Alright, so I think I have everything here. Last is the reactor controller to get this guy up and running. Oh boy! Oh no! No. Oh, this is the worst when you get down here. The worst. Boing! Oh, did you see that? I nailed it. I nailed it! Alright, we gotta get back up. Nailed it. Alright. Literally the worst, getting down there. Okay, so a few things. As you can see, the reactor's coming together. I made some reactor glass, which is just some glass with the reactor casing for the sides to make it look a little bit fancier. Man, what we need is chisel and bits. Reactors. Am I right? Or am I right? Alright, good and good. Awesome. So now we need to include all of the power stuff. So first things first, I'm going to put the power tap. You know what? I'm going to put it up top here, I think. And, perfect. Oh god, that shot all the way over there. Come here, block. Come here, you. Perfect. Okay, I'm going to put the controller, again, this is going to be our walkway, so I'm going to put the controller right there as well. Oh, you know what I forgot? The inputs and outputs. That's what I forgot. Okay, so we'll do an input and an output here, and the control rod, that's going to go on top of the yellorium here. Good. Okay, so there's our one control rod. Beautiful. And other than that, we are pretty much there. We do need some gold blocks. Yes, indeed. I'm going to use some gold because we have a decent amount of it in our excavator here because we have the gold mined setup. So let's just use some gold blocks for around the core. It's kind of the best option at this point in time, I think. Actually, this is going to completely block the glass, isn't it? Well, who needed glass? Honestly. Seriously. Alright, we need a bit more gold to complete that. We have more. Excellent. Okay, that might be enough. So we'll do the gold all the way around the yellorium, or the reactor fuel rod here. Boom, boom. Perfect. Okay. So that's in place. We can put that back. And yeah, so last but not least, we're going to need the inputs and outputs for the fuel to get in and out of the reactor and all that stuff. So let's just sleep quickly. Sleep away. Sleep it away. There we go. Perfect. All right. So for those, we need an access port. That's the one right there. And we need two of these. So a chest and a piston. Oh, really? Are we one of these short? We're one short, aren't we? Okay. Alright. Okay, fine. We're fine. So we need two in each corner. That leaves us with 3 overall. Good. Chest and a piston. Alright. We got, we don't have the wood. Let's get a little bit of wood here. Beautiful. I don't have the cobble either. Let's just do a quick like that. Okay, let's get a piston. We need just 2. Pull that all back out. Good. And some chests. I have 1 there. I think I'm just going to make all new ones because it's easier. Using the 8 logs, it's so much easier to make the chests. Alright, access port. We're good to go. Let's go. Let's go. 1, 2. Perfect. That should be everything we actually require to get this 100% up and running. So we got the access port here, and I think we hit that with a wrench. I think we hit it with a wrench. Do I even have a wrench? I got chisel and bits wrench. Does that work? Yeah, there we go. Actually, we probably didn't even need to do that, did we? No, you can just access it and put it to an output. Okay, and an input right there. Awesome. Okay, so we have our big reactor, and we have our reactor controller now, and this is offline at the moment, which is perfectly fine. We're going to hook up the coil. Oh, man. It's fine. We're going to hook up the wire to there. Good. So that's going to transfer our power into this relay, and then this relay is going to go over to this one here instead of to this guy right here. So we'll disconnect that. Good. And all right, so we are now exclusively running the excavator off of the reactor. All right, so first things first, we need to put in some yellorium. Very good. And pretty straightforward. Not even a full stack. That's beautiful. So we have fuel. That'll turn it into liquid fuel. And we can basically hit start. And this thing should power up like it is right now. And it's starting to store energy in the buffer. We should hit 2,000 and something RF per tick. Which at the moment, not bad. For a small little reactor like this, I think it's pretty good. We will turn on our excavator. That guy should be working and getting us product the whole time. This buffer should stay at 0 because we're not actually producing enough to keep this thing running 100% efficient. But there we go. We have our ores coming in, going into our dust, going into our furnace, and going into where we need it to go. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. All right. That's what I like to see. Okay, so this guy's working. I'm interested to see how our item hopper does with the buffer and the crushing and all of that. But, yeah, so about 2,200 RF per tick. About half the power that we actually do require. But this thing seems to be going pretty strong. It's not probably going as fast as it could be. I think it balances out accordingly, but I'm very happy with this. Eventually what I'm thinking is we can go to a one conveyor belt system through this one router and just have a router down here further along to sort out our ores and our potatoes and pumpkins instead of the double conveyor belt that we have right here. But so far so good. We are cruising. We're cruising. I like it. It looks to me like this furnace isn't going to keep up, though. It really does, which is a little shame because we have 4 external heaters on it. I don't think we can actually make a furnace go faster than this from immersive engineering. Now, we could add another furnace and, you know, split the ores accordingly, which would definitely work. But I think we're probably better off just actually upgrading the system, if you know what I mean. To accommodate for faster speeds. I'm pretty sure Ender IO or mechanism, smelter, or furnace will go a lot faster. But yeah, so the system is up and running. Of course, we're using a big old reactor, which, you know, not a huge deal. But this reactor works pretty well. It's got decently low heat. It's got pretty good fuel efficiency. And it's producing a decent amount of power. So, very happy with that. And it's using up some yellorium, and we're getting some cyanite. Now, the cool thing with the cyanite is you can actually make plutonium immediately from it. Because in the current mode, the cyanite reprocessor, or the reprocessor in general, is not implemented. So they implemented a small little crafting thing that you can do instead to make it work. So let's just do this. I want to make sure that we have ample supply of yellorium at all times for the access port. And yeah, there's the cyanite. Good. Good, good. Is the hopper not putting any in? It's 100% full. Oh no, maybe we're fine. Maybe we're fine. And could we do just like a chest right here? Is that going to give us the cyanide in here? Or do I have to set it to auto push out? Blue. Pushing out into the chest. No? Not going to work like that? Alright, fair enough. But either way, we got the Yellorium in place, ready to go. This thing is operational. Now, we don't have an endless supply of Yellorium. That is the thing. But for right now, I feel like we're doing pretty good. We're doing pretty good indeed. So now, to get over, we're going to be going under, like that. And actually, when you think about it, this should also be supplying that, shouldn't it? Should be both, right? Oh, yeah, that's what's happening. That's exactly what's happening. Whoopsie. That explains a lot. That explains a lot. There we go. That got up there. Okay. So, yeah, that's a problem. We need to get these charged back up again, which is a bit of a situation. We do have some power in there. Ah, perfect. That did it. Just that one little boost. Okay. Alright, so now we should be seeing the excavator slowing down. Indeed. It's going at about half speed. I was wondering why it was going full speed. But, you know, for the amount that the ores are trickling in here, I'm okay with that speed. I am perfectly okay with that. So, yeah. Yeah, that's the thing. I like it. I hope you guys enjoy it as well. Again, there's going to need to be some tweaks for sure, but, you know, one of those things. So, there's our Extreme Reactor as a supplementary power source for our excavator. Works for me. Works well for me. The only problem that we have at this point is if everything else is getting enough power on this system. I think we're okay, because it's the external heaters and the excavator. But it looks like these are all fully beefed up and charged up. So I think we're okay there. But yeah, this is not keeping up at all. So let's start looking into a way to fix this, because that is a problem. A big time problem. Like I said, we could split it and put some more in another furnace, but I think we just need to upgrade the system overall away from that external heater thing. It might actually catch up now that it's slowed down. We'll see about that as well. I want to make sure that mobs can't spawn on top of here. I know that was the case before once it's formed, but so also this is at 0 insertion. So at 10%, we should see a downgrade, right? So we're actually doing less power. So we can tweak this to go a little bit less as well. We're going to keep it all the way full, though, because we need as much power as we can get. So that's another thing, too. You can kind of tweak your power, etc. For us to get more power, we probably need to just make it bigger. Come out 2 more blocks in each way. Make a nice big reactor, and it'd work quite good overall. So, yeah. I'm pretty happy overall with our factory so far. I say that overall our challenge here to use immersive engineering to kind of get things going as much as possible has worked out pretty well. Better than I thought it was going to go, actually. So I'm quite happy with where we're at. I feel good, actually, about this. This is feeling really good for me. So I'm really happy that all of it's worked out the way that it has. And thank you guys so much for watching all of the immersive engineering stuff all the time, because it's very, very helpful. And I'm glad that maybe some of you got to see some stuff that, well, you probably don't get to see very often. There are definitely a lot of people that avoid the immersive engineering mod, or just dabble in certain parts of it and maybe not the rest. So hopefully you got to learn some stuff as we went along. Quick note as well, I am going to be starting a new series, and it's not a Let's Play series. It's going to be a series on tutorials of chisel and bits. So look forward to that. I really hope to see much love and support on that guy as well. I think it's going to be awesome. I really do. And I think it's going to help a lot of people become just even a little bit better builders than what they think. So, and it's so easy. Some of the things are so simple to implement that can improve your world dramatically. So, anyways, I think next episode we'll come back. We have to fix that furnace. Mind you, it might be working, but if we actually do get proper power to this thing ever, it's not going to be able to keep up. Simple as that. So we might have to look at a different furnace system. Yeah, it's still not even keeping up, really, because the gold's going to eventually overflow the system, or unless it runs out first, but I doubt it. But yeah, anyways, I also need to get more yellorium. So, without further ado, that's it for me. Thank you all so much. Leave a like, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Really do appreciate all the love and support that you guys give all the time. It's awesome. Keep it up. And have yourselves a fantastic day. Time to repair up the old drill and go for a little adventure. By the way, if you fully repair it, it only costs 1 experience. Definitely do that. Alright, that's it for me. Bye-bye for now. See ya.